Tattva Gyan, essence of knowledge, presents the ambrosial thoughts of the insightful preceptor on the Indic philosophical traditions. Guru Nanak engages in insightful dialogues with the Kanfatta Jogis, the split-eared ascetics at Gorakhmatta.
5 साल हो गए हम यहाँ पे कान फाड़े हुए, मठ में भी जाते हैं। गुरुमुखी हमारे इतिहास है, पूजा पाठ के समय पढ़ते हैं।
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सबा गुर प्रसाद
गुर गुर एको बेस अने जय कर करते कीरत होए सो घर राख वडाई तोए।
Open-mindedness to discuss and assimilate diverse philosophical views has historically been a unique strength of the Indic culture. Guru Nanak's acknowledgement of the 6 Indic philosophical systems, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisesika, Mimamsa and Vedanta, is a reflection that he respected freedom of thought. However, above all, he endorsed the doctrine of oneness as paramount. From Haridwar, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Kotdwar, Srinagar, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Reetha Sahib, and reached Nanakmatta. They first visited the city of Kotdwar. The city of Haridwar is considered as the gateway to the gods, since it is located at the foothills of the Himalayan mountain range, a region which is associated with Puranic tales. Trailing Guru Nanak's footsteps, we travelled to Kotdwar. At Kotdwar, we visit the historic Siddh Bali temple, located on top of a hill.
On the banks of river Khok, Kotdwar is located at the foothills of Shivaliks. It is the last town before entering the hilly regions of Pauri.
During the time of Guru Nanak, this was a place of worship for the Nath Panthi sect, followers of the 10th century influential spiritual leader Guru Gorakh Nath. In those days, this religious sect had a large following across India, Nepal, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. They were also known as Jogis or Siddhas, a few amongst them who would have their ear lobes split to wear thick earrings would thus be known as Kanfattas. Guru Gorakh Nath and his predecessor Guru Matsendra Nath lived much before Guru Nanak. However, in the Janam Sakhi artworks, Guru Nanak is often depicted in dialogue with both of them. These artworks portray Guru Nanak interacting with the successors of Kanfatta Jogi sect. Having acquired occult powers and observing ascetic discipline, the members of the sect had become egoistic. Observing their behavior, Guru Nanak sang,
सो जोगी जो जुगत पछाणै गुर प्रसादी हे को जानै.
Acquiring knowledge should result in becoming humble and not egoistic. In the book Gur Tirath Sangrah, written in 1884 by Tara Singh Narottam, he mentions, to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit, Gurdwara Charan Padaka existed in Kot Dwar. The site has now ceased to exist. From Kot Dwar, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Srinagar on the banks of the Alaknanda river. We now travel into the Himalayan hills to the city of Srinagar in Pauri Garhwal. As per Gur Tirath Sangrah by Tara Singh Narottam, the Gurdwara Charan Paduka was built in the memory of Guru Nanak's visit to Srinagar. It was destroyed in the floods of 1803. Presently, there is no trace of this historical Gurdwara in Srinagar. In departing from Srinagar, I reflect on the constant creative process of creation and destruction. In every act of destruction, there is also an act of creation.
जिस ते उपजे तिस ते बिन से काट काट सच भरपूर.
The nature of existence involves accepting and integrating the cycle of duality, namely creation and destruction. In destruction resides a new creation, and vice versa. From Srinagar, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana ascended the hills to visit the valley of Kedarnath. We traveled to the high altitude Kedarnath valley along the Mandakini river. extreme cold weather conditions, Kedarnath Valley is only accessible for 6 months in a year. It is a grueling but a picturesque 7 to 8 hours steep climb to reach the valley. Kedarnath is one of the 4 high-altitude pilgrimage sites for Hindus. The other 3 sites being Yamunotri, Gangotri and Badrinath. Legend says that the Pandavas, the 5 brothers who won the battle of Mahabharat, sought forgiveness from Lord Shiva at Kedarnath. It is for this reason that pilgrims go through severe hardships to visit Kedarnath, to seek forgiveness and to enlighten their souls. Can forgiveness be sought by mere visitation to sites of pilgrimages?
जैसा करे सो तैसा पावे आप बीज आप ही खावे.
It is the intent which results in positive or negative outcomes. Guru Nanak says, just as one bears the consequences of one's actions, forgiveness too can be sought within through one's internal effort.
We are at the Kedarnath temple, which is situated at the height of 11,775 feet. The word Kedar means the fields. The word Nath means the Lord. This valley symbolizes the fields of the Lord. Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana also visited this valley. However, there is no physical memory which signifies their visit.
Kedarnath temple is dedicated to Shiva, represented by the symbol Om in the Hindu Trinity. There are 3 gods: Brahma the generator, Vishnu the sustainer, and Shiva the destroyer. Guru Nanak, an advocate of oneness, affixed the numeral 1 before Omkar to represent the one indivisible force which creates, sustains, and destroys.
साचा सच सोई अवर ना कोई जिन सिर जीत नहीं फुन गोई जो पावे त्यों राखो रहना तुम स्यों क्या मुकराए
The human mind is veiled with limitations, due to which it is unable to view the panoramic vastness of the oneness. It remains myopic due to its divisive outlook and is not able to comprehend the ultimate truth of unity in diversity. From Kedarnath, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana travelled to Badrinath. We now travel to Badrinath, a town nestled on the banks of the Alaknanda river in the Himalayas at a height of 10,800 feet.
This temple at Badrinath is one of the holiest pilgrimage sites of the Hindu Vaishnavite belief system.
There is a belief that this temple was initially a Jain religious place of worship, which in the 8th century was converted into a Hindu pilgrimage site by Adi Shankaracharya, the South Indian philosopher. Since then, the Raval of the shrine is appointed from the Nambudri Brahmin clan from the South Indian state of Kerala. Guru Nanak says, change is a norm of existence to be gracefully accepted, but core human values should be constant, never to be compromised.
सब जप सब तप सब चतुराई उजड़ पर मैं राहे न पाई बिन बूझे को थाए न पाई नाम बिहुण माथे छाई
Evolution is a natural progression of creation. However, frailty of the human mind is not able to nurture this reality. All forms of devotion are regressive if this quality of nurturing the inner self is not practiced. As per Indic philosophy, Tamo, Rajo, and Sato are 3 dimensions present in all aspects of creation. Tamo is inactivity, Rajo is activity, and Sato is equilibrium. Guru Nanak encourages one to transcend to Turiya, the 4th dimension, where duality is shed to experience oneness.
त्रैवरताए चौथे करवासा काल बिकाल किए एक ग्रासा.
From Badrinath, Guru Nanak and Pahimardana travelled through the hilly forests to a scenic terrain which is today known as Reetha Sahib. Along the hilly routes, we now travel from Badrinath to Reetha Sahib.
Village Reetha is nestled within the higher peaks of the Himalayan range in the Champavat region along the Nepal border.
During the 16th century, people of these hills were deeply influenced by Nath Jogis, the ascetics, disciples of Guru Gorakhnath. They had predominating presence in the Indian subcontinent because Guru Gorakhnath was one of the most revered saints of that era. At the confluence of the Lodhia and Ratiya rivers, at this tranquil location, existed a commune of Nath Jogis. Living reclusive lives, despite having an in-depth knowledge of spirituality, these ascetics had become temperamentally inhospitable to anybody outside of their commune. When Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana reached the valley, they were not welcomed by the Nath Jogis. We visit the Meetha Reetha Gurdwara, built to commemorate Guru Nanak's visit. In these foothills of the Himalayas grows a native sapindus tree, also known as Reetha. The fruit berry of this tree is medicinal. It is also used as a cleanser, known as soap berry. The berry is primarily bitter and inedible, but a specific variety of tree bears both sweet and bitter berries. Close to the commune, on the banks of the river, resting under one such Reetha tree, which bore both sweet and bitter berries, Guru Nanak and Bhai Mardana sang,
रचना राच रहे निरंकारे प्रभ मन कर्म सुकर नानक पंथ निहाले सातन तू सुनया तम रामा बबीह प्यो बोले कोकिल बाणिया साधन सब रस चोले अंक समानिया रचना राच रहे निरंकारी
Akin to the Reetha tree bearing both sweet and bitter berries and experiencing the hostility of the knowledgeable ascetic commune, Guru Nanak explained that every aspect of creation has both negatives and positives, bitterness and sweetness, which are designed by the Creator to facilitate learning to cleanse one's thoughts and actions. In humility, one should embrace others without animosity or ego and aspire to learn from situations. Guru Nanak conveyed to the ascetics that knowledge bears fruits. It multiplies when shared, but diminishes when hoarded. On hearing the profound message of Guru Nanak, the Nath Jogis welcomed him and Bhai Mardana. Both spent a few days in this area to interact with the members of the commune. According to locals, for years, the lineage of the Nath commune continued their association with Guru Nanak by enshrining the Guru Granth Sahib, the Sikh scripture, in their mutt. This tradition was prevalent till the Meetha Reetha Gurdwara was constructed next to the mutt in 1960s. Adjacent to the Meetha Reetha Gurdwara, we visit the mutt dedicated to Guru Gorakhnath.
हमारे जो दादा थे वो पहले वो पूजा पाठ करते आए सदियों से, तो यहाँ पे रोज चलता था, भंडारा होता था, भागवत होता था, शिव पुराण होता था। तो यहाँ पे गुरु नानक देव जी का अपना वो ग्रंथ पढ़ते थे, तो उनका जो इतिहास था वो एक ही में आता था। 5 साल हो गए हम यहाँ पे कान फाड़े हुए, तो हम यहाँ पे पूजा करते हैं। अभी बच्चे हैं, मठ में भी जाते हैं हम। गुरुमुखी हमारा इतिहास है, पूजा पाठ के समय पढ़ते हैं।
Experiencing the sweet and bitter Reetha fruits at this site, I introspect on my sweet and bitter attributes and what I learn from them.
प्राप दूर न होई, काट काट सोई, तिसकी नार सबाई।
Splendor is present in every aspect of creation, also within us. The value of a situation depends on how it is reckoned. When appreciated, it becomes positive like the beloved. When discarded, it works against us like a foe. Descending from the hills of Reetha Sahib, Guru Nanak and Pahi Mardana reached the town of Gorakhmatta on the banks of the Dehua river in the plains of Terai. This town is now known as Nanak Matta. We now travel to Nanak Matta, making the first stop at Nanak Sagar Reservoir.
Situated on the banks of the Dehua river, this town was once known as Gorakhmatta or Siddhmatta. In reverence of Guru Nanak's visit to this place, it is now known as Nanak Matta. The reservoir on the Dehua river is now known as Nanak Sagar.
To commemorate Guru Nanak's visit, the government has constructed a memorial in the form of a well within the Nanak Sagar Reservoir. We now visit Gurdwara Nanak Matta Sahib, which is the main site commemorating Guru Nanak's visit. Admirers and adherents of Guru Nanak have been gathering at this site for centuries. This is evident from the writings of Khulasat-ut-Twarikh, a Persian account written in 1695, which states, Nanak Matta is a place where disciples and devotees of Nanak gather in large numbers to pay obeisance and offerings. Before 1937, this Gurdwara was maintained by Mahants, and thereafter its management was taken over by a local committee. This Gurudwara is a great manifestation of interfaith harmony, as its premises were expanded by a grant given by a man belonging to the Muslim faith, named Nawab Mehndi Ali Khan. During the time Guru Nanak visited Gorakhmata, it had a thriving settlement of Nath Yogis, the followers of Guru Gorakhnath. Over time, the community of Nath ascetics have moved from this region. In the memory of Guru Nanak's visit, the town is now known as Nanak Matta. At this place, Guru Nanak and the Nath Yogis had an exchange of spiritual thoughts. The Yogis inquired about Guru Nanak's faith and the name and credentials of the teacher who initiated him. Guru Nanak replied, "Humanity is my faith, and I learn from the infallible omnipresent."
कवन तुला तेरा कवन सराफ बुलावा कौन गुरु के पैद के आलेवा के पे मुल करावा मेरे लाल जियो तेरा अंत न जाना तू जल थल महियल पर पुरलीना पे सर्ब समाना तू पे सर्ब समाना.
He says, what scale, what weights, and which assessor should I call upon? Which mentor should I look up to? And from whom should I ask the worth? As no one knows the limits of the all-pervading beloved teacher. Only with thoughts as the balance scale, self-awareness as the measuring weight, and through selfless service, I can be a beneficiary. I have no scale with which to measure the infinite magnitude of the omnipresent. Fascinated by Guru Nanak's gripping response and assuming he would be an aspirant to join their commune, the Yogis invited him to adopt their yogic attire. Guru Nanak calmly replied,
जोग न खिलता जोग न डंडे जोग न भस्म चढ़ाए जोग न मुंदी मूड मुंडाए जोग न सिंगी वाये अलजन माहे निरंजन रैया जोग जुगत एव पाये गली जोग न होई। एक दृष्ट कर समसर जाने, जोगी कहिए सोई, जोगी कहिए सोई।
Salvation is not attained by adorning outward garb. It requires treating the entire existence as one and remaining unaffected by attractions while performing worldly duties. Guru Nanak's message to the yogis was to nurture the death of desires and sustain a virtuous existence. I continue to struggle to achieve internal discipline, often reminding myself that there is indeed a way to attaining equipoise.